guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be finishing up our mob farm and getting this thing nice and set up. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, we are back at it again, and we're just kind of hanging out. Today we're going to be working mostly on getting the beefy part of our mob spawner up and running, hopefully. Possibly setting up redstone. That'll be something we'll do probably towards the end of the episode. The main thing is actually getting it built, and hopefully we have enough resources. But as I was gathering resources, I've got my smelter going, cooking up some stone, or cobblestone. I noticed this little fella. Yeah. Yeah, normally you see baby zombies. I've not seen a drowned on a chicken yet. And I honestly don't even know where it come from. Maybe it spawned on land, but how did it get a drowned on it? Did it spawn underwater? How does this work? I have no idea. But he's just floating out here. And normally chickens actually die. So I've noticed that whenever I was moving animals, that if the chickens would get in the water, over time they would actually drown. So something's not right here. And he doesn't even attack you? I want this as a friend. I should name tag this. We should find somewhere to put it. I do have name tags nearby. Oh, I totally want to do that. If there's a way we can trap this thing, there's got to be a way. We would have to name tag, I guess, both the chicken and the drowned? Right? But yeah, I have not seen this yet. So this is going to be something to put on my shelf. You know, maybe we'll clear out a little area over here or something for it to set in. I don't know. It's coming our way, so let's go ahead and get a name tag. I have tons of name tags. So, it's closer to water now, so it should head this way. I have an anvil in here. I have 8 levels, that should be enough. So... Todd and... Clucky. We might have to name tag both. I don't know. So, this is Clucky. This is Todd. Oh, this is good. This is good. Alright, I need to get some glass. We're going to put them in a wall. That's what we're going to do. So, let's get some glass. And we'll just set it in here for right now. Till we can figure out where we're going to place Todd and Clucky. Let's put them in here somewhere, right? We could probably push them in there. And then enclose it with glass. No, no, no. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Get in there. Oh, no. No, no. No! This is what happens when I decide to do stuff like that. Well, guys, I know it's super sad. And we don't really have an official graveyard yet, but... Man. We're going to have to rip Todd and Clucky. Sad. Todd and... Rip Todd and Clucky. We'll put them in here. You know, throw Todd in there. Throw the raw chicken in there. Throw his feathers. It's pretty sad. But we'll make sure we close it up. And make sure we have a flower nearby. Poor, oh poor Todd and Clucky. Man, that happened so fast. We only knew them for just a small amount of time, but... Rest in peace. Oh man. So, after all those shenanigans, let's go ahead and get started here. So, we need to make our way over to this, in which we worked on last episode, showing how it was all set up and how we're going to manage this. So, today is going to be the building portion of everything, and we're going to have to work on that. So, there's a few things we could build out of, and I was hoping to go with stone slabs, but if stone slabs ends up being an issue, we can always go with our basically near infinite amount of prismarine that we have. So, prismarine is going to be a huge part of future videos because we have so much of it, we need to make some use of it, and that's what I plan on doing. So, I was thinking to my head, I have this mob farm set up, right? Now, what happens if a spider gets in here? Because this is a one wide block gap. If a spider gets in here, it will stop the entire thing from working. So how are we going to combat that? Well, the only thing we can do is make this one more out, but if I make it one more out, it'll be messed up. So what we need to do is make it one more in this direction. Now, blocking water, that's going to be the other issue that we're going to encounter, but hopefully we can just stop it from the sides and continue it from there, and that might work. Might work. We'll have to use 2 water sources, one next to each other, and hopefully that doesn't generate a full water source, which I'm pretty sure it will. So spiders are going to be an issue. We're gonna figure that out as we go, but if anything, mobs will just continue to drop, and they'll just be killed. But for right now, that's kind of what I'm kind of going with. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. If the mob farm doesn't exactly work as planned, you know, we can future-proof it. We can fix it, hopefully, and make it so that way we don't encounter too many issues later on down the road. But, you know, I am kind of just going off of some other designs. This design in particular is going off of your standard tower that you can make for mob farms. And I'm just kind of making it a little bit wider, leaving room in the center, so that way we can actually have some kind of building in the middle, and still not have to worry too much about space. So our spawning platforms are actually not going to be that large, but we do need to get up there. So I need to figure out how high I want this as well. 20-something blocks. That is about as high as I want it. I'm going to need at least 22 blocks above this central spot. So it has to be at least 22 blocks above it. But it's got to be even farther than that, because I'm going to need a platform for them to actually drop onto and then fall again, basically. At least that's what's going on in my head. That may or may not work. We'll see. If anything, they'll just be full health when they drop, unfortunately, and we'll do the magma block thing. But if I can get them to land on something and then fall down again, that would be great. But anyways, let's get to building. I am going to time-lapse some of this, but first of all, we're gonna get some of the first platforms built, and then we'll time-lapse the rest. So let's go ahead and get started with this. We are going to push this at least 22 blocks up. So 1, this is the first step. It doesn't actually have to change, but 22 blocks up will ensure that it's high enough if we ever want to drop kill them, that the bottom tier will actually kill them. So all I'd have to do is remove the water, and then we could change this whole setup to hopefully have hoppers and stuff that would collect the drops. But as of right now, like I said, at least 20 blocks away. I think the water is just going to catch them, and we're going to be able to hurt them with magma blocks over here, at least to get them down health, and even have an auto killing section for them if I wanted to do it that way. But anyways, like I said, 22 blocks up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So this is actually the first location. Now, this is going to happen. Placing this equals the top block, and then this is going to change now, like that. And technically this whole pillar is going to disappear soon, but we need to pull it out like that, and just go back and forth like this in each corner. And once we kind of see the bottom section, we'll know that we are in the right place. If I kind of marked here, so you can see right here, if I go over the edge, you can see my cursor when I'm first facing all the way down, goes in between these blocks. We'll know that this is actually this block we're standing on and not this block right here. So I know I'm on this block right now, so I still need to continue. And it's, you know, you'll kind of know whenever you get to the other edge, because once you get to the other edge, you'll feel it. You'll feel that you're centered right in the middle. So we're getting pretty close, and I think right here, one more. This is dead center, and you can kind of feel it there. And then again, we're of course going to continue moving, and we have to repeat this all the way around. So if you're somebody that likes repeating things over and over again, you're going to love building this mob farm, because we have to do this all the way around. There might be a trick to, you know, getting these to place faster. I don't know. Maybe it's like that. You know, make sure you're pulled back. I don't know. There might not be a little trick. Just trying to make this go faster, but, you know, of course it's going to take as long as it needs. So right here, we can kind of see we're off. Right here is actually the center, so we did go a little bit too far. You don't want to mess up with this, because if you mess up even the slightest, you're going to tear everything down whenever you get done. And everybody has probably been in that position where they get something really nice that they built, and then they realize, oh, it's not symmetrical. And they're like, the water doesn't flow right, or something like that, and you're just a huge mess that happens. So you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. So I'm going to continue this. Hopefully, when we get to the end, this thing will actually function correctly, because I really don't want to make a mob farm that doesn't work. I mean, that could happen. We are kind of experimenting with this mob farm design. So it could be a chance that once we get this set up, that it actually does not work at all. That would be very unfortunate. But it's still all about the fun that we had building it, so, you know, I'm learning along with you guys. I have seen other designs similar to this. I just don't know. Of course, this is not going to be the most efficient way, but I would prefer to have the ability to actually kill mobs by hand so I can gain experience. That is something that I really want to happen. So we have our first platform, right? And we actually need to close this section up, but we only need to go to a certain extent. But if you keep following these lines, you'll come to a point where, I think it's right here. Yeah, so we only need to go to this point. Right here. And we'll do this on all the sides. There'll be a giant open hole in the center, basically. So you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, I have a lot of building ahead of me. But luckily, you guys will all see that in the time lapse. And also on the same on this side, because I'm gonna have at least 4 or 5 of these layers. I want at least 4 or 5. We have to have that, at least that. I might even go with 6, because the more layers we have, the more mobs will spawn, the more constant the mobs will stay spawning, and we'll always have items in the world, hopefully. Always have bone meal, always have gunpowder, always have experience, and we don't have to travel too far to get it. So yeah, this is going to be how the base structure of this platform is going to be. And we'll see. We'll see once we get the water and stuff ready to go. We'll see how that works, but as you can see, it's starting to get dark, so I'm going to need to actually change. I'll probably already have mobs spawn on here if I ever leave. If I leave this platform, mobs are definitely going to spawn. But we've almost got this whole section done. I'm going to go ahead and get the last few bits. Hope you guys don't mind watching this stuff. Some people said they like watching me build. Some people say that they wish I would cut out the boring parts. I try my best to cut out as much as possible of the boring stuff so you guys aren't stuck watching it. But still, sometimes boring stuff gets stuck in there. So, it looks like we have the main structure done. You know, I feel like this is symmetrical. It is well set up. The only thing we need to eventually place is our main section here, which is actually going to be the main floor. In each one of these corners. And then we'll need to mark this. So, on the next layer, you'll see that when we go up, we only want this to be high enough for normal mobs to spawn. Right? So, we don't want Endermen spawning in here because it just wouldn't work. Endermen are going to land in the water and they're going to teleport all over the place. So, we don't want that to happen. So, what we need to make sure is this is at least 2 blocks high. And we need to make sure there's another spawning platform right here. But not only this, if we want to limit this to specific mobs, we could put a trapdoor here, or we could put a trapdoor on the floor, or something like that. Put a trapdoor here, only creepers would spawn, and spiders. So we have to remember that spiders are going to be spawning in this thing. So we need to figure out a way of combating the spiders. So we'll have to figure that out on the ground, not so much up here. Because spiders are a nasty mess that I really don't want to have to deal with, but we're unfortunately going to have to. So, I'm going to be working on these other layers, and hopefully we can get that set up very soon. The only bad part is, if we don't torch this, we're going to have mobs spawning all over the place. And I can't have that. Cannot have that. So I'm going to get it all torched up, and then we're going to get this show on the road. So, we're almost done. We got all of this done. So, as of right now, I have 5 layers. I was thinking about 6, and I was like, oh, we kind of have an odd theme going through most of the base anyways. So, keeping it odd would be good. Now, I need to do one more layer above this, but it'll be a solid layer. The whole thing will be solid dark, so that way, even these corner pieces will be, this should all be considered dark, in full darkness, at least these middle pieces here. These corner edges, these will not be in full darkness, but if we need to, we can actually make it all dark. And get this so that way they should spawn and fall down perfectly. Now, I need to go down because we do need to work on a few things before I even do that. So, let's jump down. Let's head down here for a second. And let's work on a redesign of this. Because like I said, we are going to get spiders, and the spiders are going to cause a slight issue for us if I don't redesign our setup down here. Now, this is in the correct location, so this is perfectly fine. It is this right here that is going to cause an issue, right? Because the mob should definitely be pushed off, and we need this to, I think, be one more in this direction. So, when I say one more, it needs to go this one and land here. So this technically needs to be where our new set goes, because this will now give us, well, it actually gives us a zigzag pattern. That's not what we need. So we might actually have to go out even more. And let's see, if I go here, this will give us the single again. That's not what we want. That's where we were already at. So we're going to have to go out one more further to still maintain that pattern, right? But here's the issue. Here's the issue I'm going to be faced with. So let me go ahead and clear this. I will go ahead and at least get a little bit of direction on this side so that way our water can be situated. There we go. That should work. I'm not concerned about this side yet. They're going to be equal. So, I need to figure this out. So when I place water, let's get a bucket of water. Hopefully I have a bucket still in here. We do. So let me grab a bucket of water. So when I place water here, it spills out like so, right? That's kind of what I want it to do. I want it to spill out like this, but it's going to hit this part here. But I want to stop it before that. So right over here should be a good place. Put a sign there and a sign there, but that leaves water here. So the only thing I can think to do, let's grab another bucket of water, is to maybe have water flowing here. Let's see, then that changes the direction of the water flowing significantly. So our water flows here, and we need this to go out and continue in that direction. The only thing we could probably do is make it go down and continue this so that way the mobs, it'll just like be a pit and things just keep going down until it hits a corner over here that's underground, which would be a little bit more difficult because this is underwater. Or, I wonder if regular signs can do anything fancy with like blocking water directly. I know this will work. So this will definitely work. And if we have 2 water sources, like a water source there and a water source over here, will that break things? I almost think it will. Yes, that breaks everything. So yeah, it prevents water from going this way. That's a big mess. So, what do we need to do here? Well, I mean, we could try placing water. As you can see, by the way, this now gets waterlogged because it is now a source. So, if there's a source, by the way, the whole thing's ruined. It's like source water is definitely right there. Okay, so place this here again. And let's see. Maybe we can do... I mean, we can't do a water bucket here or here. So, man, spiders are really going to be an issue for us, I think. We could also try something else. Let's try this. So, the water gets blocked right here. So, if we put a sign here, and a sign here, we can put a source water right here. That throws this off a little bit, but We can fix that with some signs. And then it should work, because, yeah. So, like, if we get trapped in the water over here... So let's say we get focused over here. Ah. We'll end up in these pockets. So we might have to block this off. And reshape how our farm is. That's what it's going to look like. But then spiders, again, will get trapped. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be a mess. I don't know if there's a way to even prevent spiders from spawning. So I've been hard at work at finishing the interior section of this and getting our redstone just about ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and actually show you what exactly I did. I'm going to go ahead and break a couple sections here. And I'll show you. So, here's my platforms, alright? So the platforms that we just made, well, next to them we have a dispenser, and inside that dispenser is a bucket of water, as you can see right here. So I did have to make several buckets of water. Each one of these sides has a bucket of water. As you can see, there's 5, 10, and you end up with 20 over the entire section. Because we do have 5 platforms apiece, and each of those platforms will have water dispensed out of them. Now, the way these things work is this dispenses water on a redstone pulse, and then whenever you give it another pulse, it'll pull the water back in. So we're going to be using that principle for this whole setup. Now, this thing is going to look kind of funny, because it's not going to actually do it all together at once. It's going to be sporadic. Actually, it'll be these first 2 right here, and the top 2, or actually, no. Yeah, it's pretty sure it's the top 2 platforms. Or the top 2 platforms and these bottom 2 platforms are going to go at a different rate than the middle platform. Or vice versa. I can't exactly remember. Whenever I was doing the testing in the creative world, it was very similar to that. But yeah, this should definitely work. So, to get this to work, we just have our redstone line going at the bottom. Make sure you have a platform on this base line. And we have a just redstone tower going all the way up. And that'll basically flip the signal or take it all the way up, take the redstone signal upwards. And in doing so, it actually works pretty nice. But we're going to need something very, very, very specific on the bottom section. We're going to need a timer. So let's go ahead and get this placed back. So you can just see. By the way, this block is actually powering. So when a redstone signal goes above a block, it actually powers that block. And, which is powering that block next to it, right here. Oh no. We're in trouble, by the way. This is like the worst time for phantoms. As you can see, I've been working like crazy and I haven't even decided to sleep or anything. I'm kind of scared now. Oh man, why did I decide to not sleep? Can they even get to me under here? I would love them to come underneath here. I'll show them who's boss. They are really close to me, though. Oh, that is horrifying. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this going. I guess we'll have the sound of those guys going crazy next to us. I am going to need a few things. I'm going to need actually another comparator. That is so scary sounding. So yeah, I'm going to need another comparator, so let's go ahead and place the crafting table down. Thought I had enough. Oh, no, I don't. I only need 2 comparators. What am I thinking? Because we're going to be making a good old-fashioned ethos clock. I've made this so many times in the past. So let's go ahead and do that. Toss that up here. Just gotta love that. I guess they're trapped in here, actually. That's brilliant. This is a perfect trap for them. But yeah, basically I'm repeating this pattern all the way up, minus this, and I'll show you why I'm using this here in just a second. So, with that being done... It just makes me worry. We're going to get this clock made. I'm actually going to build it facing this way. So, here we go. First, I'm going to place a block down. I'm going to place a hopper into that block. Right? And then I'm going to place another hopper into this hopper. And you should see it just like that. Alright, and then we're also going to need a couple sticky pistons. And a block of redstone, which I did have a crafting grid for a reason. Perfect. And I'm just going to use this and place it in front of one of the hoppers. On the side that we're going to use it, basically. Go ahead and break that bad boy. Oh, they are so stuck in there. And then we're going to take a piston. I'm going to place a block here just so I have something to place it. Or sorry, block on the other side. So I'm going to have to place it like that. And then one like that. And that should be exactly how it needs to be. It's going to be pushing this back and forth. Right? And then on the back side, we just have a piece of redstone. And not on this side, sorry. What am I doing? The redstone hoppers need a comparator to read a signal. Duh. So let's go and do that. And of course, you know, how a hopper actually reads a comparator signal is it reads it from this side and outputs on the other side. I hear them flying. I should honestly sleep. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm back and that inconvenience is gone, we should have room to do this, I think. Now that I look at it, we're actually... we might have some issues with the placement of this. Yeah. I think. I'll see. We'll see. So if I put a block here, that's going to send a redstone signal out to the comparator. And then if we place a piece of redstone next to that, it will read that based on what is inside this hopper. And so if we say I want 16 items in here, it will send that back and forth, and that should not affect this. And once those items are full, it should send it back and forth. Good. So this is actually functioning and is working now. Okay. So here's what I need to do. I need to get this redstone signal from here over here into this block. But as you can see, that kind of poses a little bit of an issue, right? And if I put one here, that also poses an issue. So let's see. I might be able to do 2 redstone repeaters directly here, but I have a feeling this is not going to... Oh, I guess it does work. Okay, and to get it to synchronize properly, we'll do it one more time. And then that pulls it back. Okay, so this should allow us now to change our redstone signal. I'm also going to do it to this side. And of course, we're going to have place this down twice to fix the signal. And then what we'll do is we'll just run the redstone signal over to this side. And this side can stay the same. And there we go. And each time this ticks, it literally is spilling the water out in all the different sections. And that's exactly what it should be doing. Okay, so to get out of here, since we finally got this thing set up, we need to make sure that the area is lit up. I'm going to place that torch back down, just so nothing spawns in here. And nothing should spawn where redstone's at, so we should be good there as well. Alright, we'll try this. I'll try to get out of here. Whew. But as you can see, it is a little bit laggy. Remember how I said earlier that the water is going to, in those 2 middle sections, be different? I guess it's not the 2 middle. But eventually it does clear out everything, allows mobs to spawn, does the center, then it will do all. It may not be the most efficient thing in the world, but it is working. And then it'll pull everything. Right? So over time, hopefully mobs will spawn in there. And we should get some stuff going. I don't know, I may have to make the timer a little bit longer. Just so mobs will actually spawn. That's the only thing I'm going to see an issue with. I don't know. This was a big project, and I hope it actually works. If it doesn't actually work, I'm going to be so sad. I can't believe we just died there. But yeah, it should work. I mean, it should. Wow, it got really laggy all of a sudden. And I noticed those chunks aren't loading anymore. That could be an issue. That's not good. Yeah, I am going to need some building blocks. Just do cobblestone. Because now I have to go get all my stuff back. Yay! That's always fun. It just became very, very, very laggy. Real quick. Alright, let's head back over here. Let's see if our chunks will actually load up. It does appear like those chunks are, like, broken. Like, where'd our mob farm go? There it goes. There it is. So weird. Yeah, I can't believe we just died from the Elytra. But by the way, down here, I did end up kind of getting this situated. So hopefully this thing is fixed. Yeah, I have to go all the way back up here to pick this up. I do not see any mobs spawning yet, which has me worried. Which means I probably need to increase the timer so that way mobs will spawn. We might have to do like a double timer. I see this... I don't know. I see this possibly not working, which is not good. Not what I want. Yep, and this is a big mess. Our items are just all over the place. Will I get lucky and not die? Let's eat first. Perfect. So yeah, that was a big mess. By the way, don't drop and fall and lose all your items in here. That was not a good idea. Let's add some more time to this. So let's actually do a lot more time. That was probably not a good idea. That probably tripped everything up. I'll do a 64 timer. You can do a lot more if you want. Like you can increase that even more. But I'm not worried about it right now. I think 64 should hopefully get things spawning. The only way we can do that is, you know, put everything back on, go back, and not die this time. And we got all of our items, I hope. Alright, I have my sword. I am missing my pickaxe, which is no bueno. I've got to find that pickaxe. There it is. Wow. A little sneaky pickaxe over there. Come here. Thank you. I am not losing that bad boy. You know, I guarantee you there's gonna be like one episode where this pickaxe actually just like breaks on me while I'm not paying attention and mining. Oh, that's gonna be the day where my stomach's gonna hurt because I'm gonna have to remake it. I mean, getting levels is not that hard, but man oh man, finding the actual right enchants is not that easy. There we go. Okay, so I feel much better. Let's get out of here. Ow. Okay, let's try and get out of here. Okay. Whew. So yeah, it does look like it gives us a little bit more time now. By the way, can I like ease on in here now and not die? I think it's got something to do with half blocks. So now I have to come down here and figure out why that happened. And I'm gonna go pillar back up and break this down. Okay, so now that all that's done and nighttime is over, oh boy, let the fun begin. By the way, spiders, like I said, are going to be a big issue, but it looks like they actually are managing. Huh, that actually seemed to work. And look, we already have mobs building up. Is this actually working? I'm so happy. Oh, my, like, pathway is actually working. And if you take a look, all it is just that sign pattern with that single motion. Oh, if spiders actually work in here, oh yeah, this is going to be the way to go. I am super happy. Now, it is nighttime, so I think I need to expand the top section to cover the rest of the sides, just so that way not so much light gets to them. So, but now I can actually sit here and kind of go at these guys. Now, I will have to get a better way of doing this, and also to weaken them. And of course, spiders can get out. So that is another big issue that I need to manage. But other than that, this is doing great. Like, I have a way I can punch them. Of course, the best way to do this is to put half slabs down here. And I mean, I can use anything for half slabs. So if I do this little number, and I have some half slabs, I can easily go at these guys. Now, I don't have any way of collecting the items, which we will figure that out. Yeah, over here, same thing. Oh, I love that. They're falling. Look at all of them. Look at all these mobs. Oh, this is working so good. Oh, this is working too good. Too good, guys. And of course, come down here. Whoa! We don't want creepers blowing up on us. Why are they blowing up? Okay. Why are creepers... I think I need... Oh, they were in water! Oh, the creepers were in water, so as long as it's in water, it doesn't actually blow anything up. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, I don't want them... I need them to always be in water. They could accidentally blow up in the middle, and that wouldn't be good. I mean, if I stand towards the edge, I guess I'm good there. But anyways, guys, this is awesome. It actually is working. Of course, it's got a little bit of delay. I could probably make it faster. If there was a better... If I could just get that timing correct up there. Oh, we should... I felt a little bit of lag, so hopefully that means some mobs are being pushed soon, but... Ah, this is awesome. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Oh, yeah. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, oh yeah, thanks for watching.